Hello, my name is Eugenia and I am so happy that you have decided to join me in this meditation. Every week I host a call for my breath family around the world. We like to start with a short meditation. Many of them have asked me if I could share the meditation so they could do it through the rest of the week. So here it is, available for anybody that wants to connect deeper with their breath and meditation. I invite you to find a comfortable and relaxed position for yourself. I also invite you to explore a little bit more about the principles of transformational breath, which are fundamental for these meditations. You can follow the link below to have a guided exercise to learn these basic principles. Get comfortable and let's get started. And feel at this moment the soft, gentle rhythm of your breath. You become more and more aware of the deep friendship and relationship that has developed between you and your breath. This relationship is so deep and familiar now that the mind tends to forget that at one time you were almost strangers. Feel now in your heart the deep gratitude that this level of connection brings to yourself. As your relationship with your breath deepens, so does your relationship to life. And that is why today you can confidently say, I am here, I am alive. And you also know that your breath is there to do more than keep you alive. Whenever you find yourself lost in emotion, all you have to do now is connect with your breath and allow it to guide you. Find now in your heart any thoughts or emotions that are not fully settled. and choose one. And allow space for the thought or feel the emotion. As you do that, focus on maintaining your breath flowing with ease and grace. Fully open and relaxed. Notice now the softness that enters your mind. Notice now how your emotions flow freely in full acceptance. You are in total surrender whenever you are present with your breath. Feel the love, feel the expansion. Feel yourself. And through this week, whenever you need it, just know you can always call on your breath to bring you back to center. This is the gift that you have created for your own life. Softly and gently, congratulate yourself for your wisdom of creating this beautiful gift for yourself. And in that space of gratitude, bring yourself fully back to this present moment and awareness. Softly starting to move yourself, stretching your body and your neck, your back if you need it. Bring a soft smile to your face and maybe put your hands on your cheeks and relax them a little bit. ignore my dog who wants to say good morning to you all. Good morning, beloveds. How are you all? If you don't have a lot of noise, you can unmute yourself. We have a small group and we have Rob. Hi. So you can all unmute yourselves if you want to, so we can share together. Very good. So I will start my share today. Sometimes you guys want to talk right away and sometimes it comes later. So today I will start. Well, first of all, hon, I can't open my shake, so where are you?
You need a man, huh?
I need a strong hand, yes. So this was an interesting week, and I was just so grateful for the gift of the bread, and that's why I wanted to share this meditation with you, because I think sometimes we just forget how blessed we are that we have chosen to do this, and we forget that not everybody has chosen to develop this relationship with the bread. And a lot of things happened. I shared with you that I was going to bring my aunt to take care of her here, and that didn't happen. So one of her sisters is taking care of her, which seems to be a better fit for that because she's very close to her house, so she can see her great-grandchildren every day. And if she wants to or gets tired, she can just literally walk back to her house. So that didn't happen, but I was so prepared here. But a lot of things did happen in work and in the health of the people in this house. So it's been a week literally of constant changes, and it was like literally everything that was supposed to happen didn't happen, and everything that was not supposed to happen happened. My sister had minor accidents, so we've been in the house, not outside, in the doctor and test and this and that. And then we thought my nieces had COVID and we had to go get them tested. And then the dogs got sick, and now the cats got sick too. So I was like, okay, what is happening? And it was just, and then of course in the middle of all of that, my sister and I got some emotions flowing between us, and it was just every day something important happening or something unexpected happening. And I was just taking whatever free minutes I had, um, to just be with myself and feel my breath. And I could feel myself engaging in conversations. And I am a very measured person in some ways, but I am Mexican and there's a lot of Latin blood in here. So sometimes this explodes very intensely. And Rob is here, so he can tell you I'm not lying. And when it does, it's scary, right, hon?
You're perfect, honey. You're perfect.
See, now you can see the level of fear that these explosions bring, that he has to say that. There's a part of me that, when I lose the grip of my emotions, I really lose them. I don't lose them often, but when I do, it's over the top. And I could see myself, like I have a very good control of myself for the most part. But this week, it was just testing me in so many directions. And I could see myself just sleeping there, And then I could just feel the breath coming to me without me even asking or consciously saying, I need to stop and take a breath. So what I noticed was, as soon as I started to like bubble, it's like another part of me automatically just started to breathe. And I felt this was like a win for me this week, because I'm good, like, okay, it comes out and then I go, oh, no, wait, stop, breathe, then do, And this time it was just starting to happen. Doesn't mean I didn't lose control through the week. I did once, big one. But but what I did notice was this different flow. And I just wanted to invite all of us to keep that gratitude for that and that awareness for this friendship with our breath, and to really, really acknowledge that it is there for us. And all we have to do is say, this is what I want for me. I want the breath to be present when I really need it. I want this awareness and this connection to come to my consciousness when I am losing my consciousness. And I want this deep relationship with myself to be a continuous and consistent part of my life every day. Doesn't matter if it's a smooth day or a rocky day. I just want to have that connection, because it's so easy to do our practice, to do our meditation when the day is flowing. But what about when it's not? And yes, I can go at the end of the day and breathe on all the emotions I experienced through the day and allow the integration to happen. And that's great. I love that. But I now want to go beyond that. I don't want to get lost in my emotions. I want to be present in my conversations. I want to feel the emotion. I want to be me. And I am a person who is driven by emotion. This is my nature. I feel everything profoundly and deeply. I want to be that. Yet, I don't want to get lost in the emotions when they're very intense. So I want to feel intensely, and I want to be present while I'm feeling intensely. And I don't think I got that before. And I was having a really hard time finding what it was that I needed. Because for many, many years, I buried my emotions. You heard me share parts of my history, my childhood and teenage years. It was so complicated and scary and difficult, and with all the abuse and unstable and changing homes, that I just had to be the less noticeable child in the house to survive. And to do that, I could not be emotional. I could not go out and scream or cry uncontrollably. That will get me noticed, right? So what I did is I learned to compress that part of me and to work with whatever everybody else needed and whatever was accepted and so on. And then I worked very hard for many years to find myself again, and I did. And then it was kind of over the top. And Rob was part of that, those decades of a little bit of craziness. And I think I've been finding my balance, but I didn't have this clarity that I can feel deeply but still be deeply present. And I think I have been getting there, but it wasn't until this week that I really saw what is possible. And in many ways, it didn't make the week easier, but it made me navigate the week more smoothly. That, in a way, makes it easier. I don't know if you mind me sharing some of your journey, because I think it's important to acknowledge the little shifts, because there was a point where whenever we got into an argument, and if we were trying to talk, there was no possibility of dialogue at all. And even and now, even if you're still high in the emotion, you can push yourself through that to engage in a conversation. And even recently, you have caught me whenever I get lost, and you have pointed that back to me. I think you need to take a breath, you've told me. Right? And that ability to see that in me means that you're able to see that in you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of partnership when we're both willing to work hard. Some days it's really hard.
It is.
to engage in this dialogue and to always be very nurturing to ourselves, because you have come a long way in that, and you have helped me come a long way in that. And it could happen in an instant, like one time that could shift and then it becomes a whole new pattern for you, or it could take some time. But just know that this doesn't have to be your response forever. Okay? And I think the key here is not just the breath, but is the crying. Mhm. Because what really got locked in the past is that crying. Mhm. Because when you have been vulnerable or abused or whatever it is, I'm just going to talk about my experience, like the need to cry is so strong because that's the strongest response for a child. Is crying, is not aggression. Okay, because usually the instinctual response for all adults of any species when there's a vulnerable puppy, let's call it, that is crying, is protection, right? So that's why children cry, to trigger that response. So as a child you want to cry, but if you cry, this could bring on, let's say in my case, more violence. Mm-hmm. So I am not going to allow myself to cry, because then the next hit is going to come. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that cry. Mm-hmm. Or if I cry, I'm going to cry absolutely silently. Mm-hmm. Then all, yeah, is resonating with you, ladies? So all my instinctual responses have been blocked to survive.
The same.
So the key piece here is to let the unconscious gently know that we're not there anymore. I'm not hiding under my bed, and I am not 5 years old. But the unconscious doesn't know that. Mm-hmm. So, yes, do what you're doing, one breath and just diaphragm move, one breath, consciously bring yourself there. But the effort is going to have to be on the crying. And you're going to have to allow yourself to cry, because that is what's going to unlock this piece for you. Because what happens when we finish with a good cry? How is the breath? Right?
Flowing.
It's totally soft and relaxed. So you might have to go in the shower. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. You go into the shower and you cry in the shower, and it might be just silent tears first, and then just like literally move your body. When you have a good cry and you sob, move your body like that, and do some toning in the shower or grab a pillow, but give yourself permission to cry.
Okay.
And I am almost sure that's gonna take you to that place where you don't need to hold your breath, because the reason why you're holding your breath is to not cry.
Yeah, but I know it's true.
If you consciously
control.
Yeah. Control served you well. It protected you well. But now what's going to serve you well is to let go of that. Does this sound like it's something that is doable, or does it sound like, I don't know if I can go there?
Durable.
And I want you to acknowledge why you're here, because this invitation is open to everybody. And in the weekly meetings and the monthly meetings that we have for the Breath family, we have 250, 325 people. And this invitation is open there, and it's on the TVF Online Academy. And we only have a handful of people in every call. And the reason why you are here is because you are already vibrating at this frequency, because you are ready to move through your process with ease and grace, because you are ready to work from your heart, because that's my intention. So I'm very grateful and I'm accepting of your compliments, but I want you to know that what you're seeing here, it's a reflection of you and where you already are. because you can never attract into your life something that is not resonating within you. And I really want you to get that, because you told me many beautiful words. And these stays, these actions are a reflection of you. And I really want you to own that. The choice of growing in your heart, the choice of flowing smoothly through life and being of service to others. So yeah, because there's not 325 people here. I think the most we've ever had, Betsy, was like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning, I think it used to be few more.
Yeah. And some came because they had practical questions, and then they left. You know, the questions were answered and they left. So this is you guys. This is us. Thank you.